best buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I love making everything that has to do with junk journals. If this is something you enjoy too, please subscribe. Speaking of subscribers, I have a 500 subscriber giveaway. It's going on right now. And a shout out to Maybelline, Joyce, Vicky, Denise, Nancy, JJ, Sherry, SG, Vicky, and Lori. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys, we're going to make these little dangles with butterflies and words and some lace and some, we'll just get right to it. So what I did was first I took my coffee dyed manila folder, it's the folder here, and I gessoed it, just a little here and a little there. Now let that dry. Then I had a piece of napkin that I put on a book page, and then I had a piece of book page. It's not real old because we don't want it to crumble. And then I have a piece of a tracing paper. So, and I also have a manila envelope that I did not tea dye or coffee dye or gesso. And I cut out these ovals using this right here, and I don't know that it does say. It says the Paper Studio. That's all it says. There's no size on it or anything. So I would do this on camera, but I have to kind of put it on the floor to do it because my hands aren't strong enough to push it down. I have to push it down like this. And if I push it down like that on my table, everything will just go, everywhere. So I use that machine and I cut this out. Okay, so then we have this. And what we're going to do with this, let me move these things out of the way here, is that if you have some net, can you see that? If I put it like this, you can. This is off-white net. This is net with a design. And this is some lace like, I've been cutting on it, like this. Okay, so I'm going to use this lace. And I have my glue gun, and it's all heated up. So I've got my lace down, and I've got my oval. And I'm going to put a circle of hot glue. Be very careful with hot glue. It will give you a blister around the edge. And then I'm going to place it right on top of the lace. And because of my glass mat, I can't get it off. And that way I don't burn myself. But it's adhered. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut around, but I'm going to leave a piece of, I forgot to ink it. Let's ink it real quick. You guys, I always forget to ink it. Okay, we're going to ink it around like this. Just like this. It's easier to do before you put your lace down. We'll do the rest after that. Okay, so we're going to cut it around, but we're going to leave a little bit of an edge. I'm not cutting it right up against that oval. I'm giving it a little bit of an edge. So it looks like that. Now, like I said, if you don't have something like that, you could use the net. Anything that's, kind of see-through-y like that, you could use for this. All right, so then I just lightly ink around the edge like this, and then I just kind of brush it on just here and there. So it looks like this now. And the back just is like this. We don't have to worry about the back. We're going to decorate the front. Okay, next what I did was I have a punch that looks like this. It's a butterfly, 1 3/4 inches, 4.45 centimeters. It's a reflection trademark punch. And this is where my cardstock, not my cardstock, my folder that I coffee dyed and then I gessoed. This is where I'm going to punch this out. So I'm going to punch a butterfly right out of this stock. And take him out. Come here, little fella. And I'm going to ink him up just a little bit around the edges. Okay, just a little bit. Now I'm going to take my tissue paper. Not my tissue paper. This is not tissue paper. This is tracing paper. And I'm going to take my smaller butterfly stamp or cutout. It's not a stamp. It's a cut. It's a punch. It's a punch. It's the Paper Studio. It does not say what size, but it's a smaller one. Here's the bigger one and here's the smaller one. Here, you can see it like that. Okay, so I folded my tracing paper in half and I cut myself out a couple of these. Put that over there. Get these guys out. There they are. Come on, little fella. Fly away, fly away. Okay. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so I've got the tracing paper. That one didn't do well. That one has a broken wing. We don't need the one with the broken wing. The cutter has to be fairly sharp to cut that tissue paper out. Doubling it helps. Okay, so now I'm going to take my punch, my small punch, and I am going to punch some words out, some book page. I went sideways because I really did not want to even think about reading it, being able to read it. Now, this is just another idea that I came up with. To punch a small one out of the book paper that has been either put, speak Cathy, watered down school glue or what's that other stuff called? Mod Podge. Oh, sorry. Well, that one wasn't very colorful. What happened to the other one? I did too. I don't know. Let's do another one. I want one a little more colorful. Let's go over this side. Oh, here it is. It's over here. There's one that's green. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one's pretty. Okay, so now I'll show you what I did. Sorry for the reach. So now I got myself a little piece of cardboard. It's not very thick. Yeah, see, it was one of those boxes that came. Okay, so I cut me out a piece of that. Then I put my bigger butterfly that's out of the folder. I put it down first. Oh, no, that's not what I did. I took these. I took two of these. Getting ahead of myself. I just made them, so that's why I'm like, what did I do next? I bought this tool at Hobby Lobby in the sewing department by where you get the snaps and the hooks. It was like $1 or $2. So I took the bigger end, and I'm not going right on the edge. I'm going inside the edge. So I'm going to go right here. It's like coloring. I'm going to go around like this. But I'm going to push down, not real hard, but just a little bit, and it's going to start raising those wings up. I'm going to go down here. I did not do this little piece down here. I went down the center like that, and then I went around this wing, and I went around this wing, and you guys can see what's happening. It's coming up off the page like it's going to fly away. Okay, so I did that one. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do two. This, then around here, and then right down the middle, and then around this big top part, and then around on the bottom part. Just like that. And it's going to fly away. Then I took the smaller one. I took two of the smaller ones, And I did the exact same thing on the smaller ones. Like that. And like this. Okay, now the book page, I did not use that. It was just better if I kind of curled it like this. I just put it in my finger like this, and I just kind of pulled it. I found that this bent it, and it really didn't work. This is what worked for me. I can make it, you can see how it's, I'm going to hold it like this maybe. You can see how it's curled. It's not curled a lot, but it is bent. It's curled a little. Okay, so these are our components. Now, we start with our base, and we're going to put just a tiny bit of glue right in the middle where the body is. And then we're going to line up one of the larger tracing paper and push down. Okay, then we're going to do the second butterfly and push it down, line it up, and hold it. It's not hot for me. I'm hoping it's not going to be hot for y'all. I suppose you could like hold it with this if you're extremely sensitive to heat. And oh, got those strings for the glue gun. Then another piece of glue down on the body, and we're going to lay the book page down and hold it, small book page. Then we're going to do a small tracing paper butterfly that you've curled, and we're going to lay the second one on top of that. There. Right on top of that. Okay. Well, there's our little butterfly. Oh, those strings, those hot glue strings. Get them off. Get off, get off. There. What do you think, guys? Isn't it cute? Okay, so then I took my little tiny pearls, and I got my little pen that I use as my fingers, and I put a little bit of glue in the center, and then I take one of these off and I place it right in that glue so it has a pearl center for the body, just like that. Isn't it cute? Oh my goodness, you guys, he's so pretty. All right, so then we're going to take our, I have more than one, we're going to take our base, and we're going to hold the wing kind of at an angle, and we're going to take our punch that has our little tiny punch. See how it's a little hole? It's not a big hole. And we're going to give it a little punch. Sorry, I was holding it so I could line it up. Well, you couldn't see that, could you? It always gets stuck. Okay. There. So now I've got a punch in the wing and a punch in this. And I'm going to put them together. And I'm going to get myself one of these little, I think they're called light bulb pins, I think. I'm not sure if that's the name. I bought this also at Hobby Lobby in the sewing section at the same location, same aisle as the little tool was. Okay, so now it's in here like this. Its little wing is bent, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Look how pretty he is. Okay, so then what I did was I got my words. These are Tim Holtz words on they're like stickers are on a roll. And I took my glossy accents And this love is not done. I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two or not. But I took the glossy accents, and I like to hold my piece down with a pen. And then I apply my glossy accents, which I think it's probably stuck again. Grab a pen really quick, guys. Here we go. And I'm going to have to open it up. Okay, make sure it's open. Then I just put my glossy accents on my words, just like that, and I let it dry. Now these others I've already done, so they're dry. And let's take hearts. Move this out of the way, let that dry. And I put a little glue, hot glue on here, and you have to be careful because this is a tiny little piece. Don't want to get burnt. And you put your little word down on here, and then you have an adorable dangle. It's adorable, is it not? Now, with the one that we cut out, where did it go? Here, this little fella. We cut one out like that. So let me show you one of those. So you have your circle, and you put the glue around, laid it upside down, you stuck it on the lace, or you could put it the other way. It was easier for me that way. And you've got your cutout of your large butterfly. Looks like I'm going to need a little bit more of the tissue. Not tissue, I keep calling it tissue paper. It's not. It's tracing paper. I need 2 of these. There we go. It's still inside, I think. There. And we're going to take our little piece of cardboard. It seems to work really well. And we're just going to go around the edge of all 4 wings and down the body, and it will cause it to pull up. We'll do this one. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and if not, I hope your day turns around very quickly for you. It's I went out this morning, and earlier than I normally do, because my girls are really lazy because they don't lay their eggs until later in the afternoon. They're not for breakfast girls. They must sleep in or something. But anyway, I went ahead and went earlier than I normally do because it's drizzling now. It's going to rain. So I went out before it was raining. And I took care of everybody. And so it was not a dreary day earlier, but it is now. Okay, just a little bit of glue down the body. And we're going to put 1 tracing paper wing butterflies and another tracing paper butterfly. So there's 2 now. Now we're going to, here, pull this just a little bit so it pulls up. We're going to put this down here so it looks like that. So it's a little piece of that, whoops, napkin. Then we're going to put our 2 little ones down on top of that. One more on top of that. One more on top of that. Okay. And now we're going to put a little bit of glue in the middle again, and we're going to lay down a little pearl, just like that. Then we're going to get our oval, and we're going to put the punch in there so it catches the wing and the oval. The wing and the oval. I don't know if you can even see that, but my wing always gets stuck there. So we've got a hole in the wing and a hole in the oval, just like that. And let's pick a silver one this time, the bulb pin. I think that's what you call it. And put that in like that. Fumble fingers. Oh my. There. Now, let's choose a word, timeless. That's not black. It's the creamy colored one. Put a little glue on it. Lay it here on the side. Look, you guys. How adorable. How absolutely adorable. Look at all of them. I made these earlier. Aren't they cute? Oh, I am so glad you joined me, you guys. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.